yeah, so we just went past the town of Prarie. Yeah, really sort of hotel sort of pub bar in the town, just going past. So I can see why it could be difficult to get accommodation in some of these small towns, which is why it didn't come up on What If, and I can sort of see why. Yeah, there's just basically nothing there. And even going past, there was that one sort of hotel which seemed to have accommodation. So yeah, maybe it's just a good thing that you just sort of rely on these on these sites. What If, or what's the other common one? Yes, there's Hostel World, but there's another one, booking.com. And if it doesn't come up with accommodation, well, it's obviously not a particularly big town, probably not worthwhile going. So it kind of makes sense to go from Charters Towers to Cloncurry, although I believe that Julia Creek, I think, is a bigger town, but again, nothing came up in terms of accommodation. And so you're doing sort of a long leg. I think it's only 5 hours now from here to Cloncurry. Probably travelled for about over 3 hours. Mount Isa is a big town, and we've seen Mount Isa, or at least through from the promos. Yeah. Now I was going to say, yeah, in terms of booking, yeah. So the classical or traditional booking site has been What If. Incidentally, yeah, there were a few problems with What If, in that you couldn't, if you'd booked accommodation, you couldn't change it, which is now not the case. You can cancel accommodation through What If. Sometimes there may be some small cancellation rate, but I think What If fine. I generally go What If. I think What If is the biggest, although Booking.com, a lot of people are now going Booking.com. I find the navigation a bit more difficult, but Booking.com, yeah, seems to cover Caravan Parks, and also some even on What If, and of course Hostel World. Well, that's going to cover all the hostels, but for that matter, I've noticed that some Airbnbs come up on What If, and some even come up on Booking.com. So I mean, yes, ideally you want to go all three, but it just takes time to do that. So which why I sort of go with What If. If there's nothing kind of cheap on What If, then I may sort of look at Booking.com, or even go to Hostel World if I'm looking sort of for a hostel. Strategy when Barron was travelling the US was only going What If, and didn't sort of tap into the hostel world market. So yeah, you just sort of learn as you travel. You won't get hostels anyway until you sort of get to Darwin.